All right, good morning, guys. We're going to go through lesson 5 homework from yesterday. We'll just jump right into number 1. If you look at number 1, it wants to know the value of x. Notice we have 2 of them. So I know the x and the 148. So 2x plus 148 are going to make a straight angle, or 180 degrees. So then I'm going to subtract 148. I'm going to leave the 2x alone. And I get 2x equals 32. Something times 2 is 32. Or divide by 2, either way you're going to get 16. The next one, it says line L is perpendicular. Remember, perpendicular means it's going to make a 90-degree angle to line M. Find the values of x and w. So right now I know that 9x and w are going to equal 90 degrees. 19x and w equals 90 degrees. I have 2 unknowns, so right now that doesn't help me. Okay, I cannot figure it out by that alone. But I do know that 138 and w here make a straight angle. So I know 138 plus w equals 180 degrees, makes a straight line, a straight angle. So I should be able to get w, and that should help me up here as well. So what does w equal? 180 minus 138. And that would be 42 degrees. Now that's going to help me up here, because I know x plus w is 42, plus 19 equals 90 degrees. Well, what's 42 plus 19? That should be 61. What plus 61 is 90? 90 minus 61 is 29 degrees. So x is 29 degrees, w is 42 degrees. Number 3, if you knew that 2 angles were complementary and were given the measure of 1, would you be able to figure out the other? Explain your reasoning. So that's saying if you knew 2 angles were complementary, so let's say x and y were complementary. If I would give you one of those, could you tell me the other? And the answer would be yes. Because if you know x is 50, let's say x is 50, you would know y would be 40. You could get the other. Okay, so if you know one angle, all you would have to do is take 90 minus that to get the other. Let's say it gave me that x was 20 degrees. What would what would y be? It would be 70. 90 minus 20 is 70 degrees. So yes, you'd be able to figure it out. It does say explain your reasoning. Complementary angles add up to 90. So if you have one, you just have to take 90 minus the other angle. Question 4. Okay, it says our answers are basically multiple choice. We're going to get one of those each time. Which answer is it? So this is kind of a review of distributive property. So I'm going to leave the 24 alone. I'm going to take negative 6 times x is negative 6x, and negative 6 times negative 0.5. So half of 6 is 3. Now what's my sign? I'm multiplying 2 negatives together, so that's going to be a plus. Okay. Now here's my x. I'm going to get rid of the 3 by subtracting 3. Negative 24 minus another 3 is negative 27. And now I'm going to divide by negative 6. Okay, negative divided by a negative is going to be a positive. 27 divided by 6 is 4.5. I'm dividing by a negative, so that flips my sign over. And I get 4.5 is less than x, or you could look at it as x is greater than 4.5. Either one of those is fine. I like to write it with the x first because our x is written first here. Let's look at the second one. There are no parentheses there. There are no parentheses there. So the first thing I am going to do is subtract 6. Negative 8x is greater than. Negative 30 minus another 6 is negative 36. I'm now going to divide by negative 8. Remember, that flips my sign over. And I'm kind of cheating here because I know all of these dividing are going to give me 4.5. So 36 divided by 8 I know is going to be 4.5. And the key is here I divided by negative, so my sign flips over. Okay, again here I have parentheses, so I could distribute. I could divide by -2 first. It doesn't matter. I'm going to distribute. -2 times x, -2 times 3.2. Not going to touch the x. I'm going to do the opposite of a -6.4. I'm going to add 6.4 to both sides. And I get -2x is less than -9. 15.4 negative plus 6.4. I subtract them, take the sign of the bigger number. And now I'm going to divide by -2. Again, dividing by a negative flips the sign over. And I know, of course, I'm going to get 4.5 as an answer. Question 5. A runner ran 2/3 of a 5-kilometer race in 21 minutes. They ran the entire race at a constant speed. How long did it take to run the entire race? All right, so I'm going to make a little chart here to help me. A little visual. I'm going to put distance here. And let's go time over here. Don't know how many I'm going to need, but I'm hoping that gives me a good visual to help me with this problem. So it tells me 2/3 of a 5-kilometer race in 21 minutes. So 21 minutes, what is 2/3 of 5 kilometers? Well, 2/3 of 5 kilometers, I'm just going to write 10/3. That is my distance. So using that, it is a 5-kilometer race, so I know I'm going to want that. It does ask me 1 kilometer, so I'm going to need that in my chart as well. I think the easiest thing is going to be to go from 10/3 to 10. Okay, so how do I get from 10/3 to 10? I have to multiply by 3. Notice the 3's would just cancel. That's how I would get 10. So if I take this side times 3, I have to take this side times 3. 21 times 3 is 63. Now I do have a 5-kilometer race, so I can easily get to 5 kilometers. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 63 divided by 2 is 31.5. Okay, and how about 1 kilometer? Well, I can take 5 divided by 5. I could take 10 divided by 10. Let's do 10 divided by 10. And then 63 divided by 10 should be easy with 6.3. So let's see how we did. See if we can answer our questions here. Hopefully this is enough information. How long did it take to run the entire race? The entire race is 5 kilometers, so it's going to take us 31.5 minutes. Okay, 31 minutes, 30 seconds, if you wanted to write it that way. Question B, how many minutes did it take to run 1 kilometer? That would be 6.3 minutes. All right, question number 6. Jada, Elena, and Lynn are walking a total of 37 miles. Gives us a bunch of information about Jada, Elena, and Lynn here in a chart. And we need to answer how much each walked and explain. Well, if I add all these up, it's going to equal 37. So I'm going to add up M, M, and M. That's 3 M's. Then I'm also going to add up 4 plus 4 plus 2. 4 plus 4 plus 2 is 10. And I know it's got to equal 37. Now I'm going to solve for M. How do I get rid of a plus 10? I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides. And then I'm going to divide by 3. And I get 9. Okay, so M is 9. Now I can plug that back in to tell me how far each of them walked. Elena is just M. Okay, so Elena walked. M is 9. 9 miles. Jada walked M plus 4. So M is 9. 9 plus 4, 13 miles. Lynn walked 9 plus 4 plus 2. And that should be 15 miles. Explain or show your reasoning. Hopefully that is enough for you. Plugging that back in for M. All right, final question. Explain all the ones that are equivalent. Okay, all the ones that are equal. Well, I could just take out a -9 and do what it tells me here each time. So if I take out a negative 9, negative 36, oh, sorry, negative 36x divided by negative 9 would be 4x, that's correct. Okay. 54y divided by negative 9 would be negative 6y, that's correct. How about negative 90 divided by negative 9? That would be a positive 10, so you got to be careful. All they did was have the wrong sign there. Okay, the other option would be is to distribute it. Negative 18 times 2x would be negative 36x. Negative 18 times negative 3y is 54y. And negative 18 times 5 is negative 90. That one does work. Okay, how about the negative 6? Negative 6 times 6x is negative 36x. Okay. Negative 6 times 9y is negative 54y, so that one's out. How about 18? 18 times negative 2x is negative 36x. 18 times 3y is 54y. 18 times negative 5 is negative 90. So D works as well. Negative 2 times 18x is negative 36x. Negative 2 times negative 27y is 54y. And negative 2 times 45 is negative 90. That one works as well. Last one to check. 2 times negative 18x, correct. 2 times 54y is 108y, so that one doesn't work either. So your answer should be B, D, and E. All right. Any questions, you guys, let me know, or we can visit on the Zoom as well. We will talk to you soon. Take care. Stay safe, guys.